Bar Heights here, Supreme Court's week 4 of our play dates with our very special guests, the Ramsay Rams, Coach Denton Johnson, Carrington Keel, and Jalen Jones. I always enjoy watching this team play, your team's coach, because they play so hard, they're disciplined, and they love the game of basketball. How'd you go out there against Mountain Brook, man? That first game, you get here, have a little issue getting up here, and then you get here, and you get off the bus and play Mountain Brook and get a dub. How is it?
Absolutely. We're just a hot group right now, and then Mountain Brook is a very good team, but guys locked in defensively once they got the flow and was able to get it done.
All right, you two. So, Carrington, first, I want you to tell me what you like about Jalen's game and why you like playing with him.
Well, I've been playing with Jalen for probably about 4 or 5. I've been playing with Jalen for about 4 or 5 years now, non-stop. And I mean, it's not that it's way bigger than basketball. So we get along very well off the court. So I feel like that off the court togetherness bring us together on the court. But just basketball-wise, I mean, the way that he can control the game, tempo. I say, hey, Jalen, go. He'll go. I say, hey, Jalen, slow down. He'll slow down. Then he'll go. Then he'll slow down again. So just the way that he can control the game with playing 2 speeds and be able to be the point guard, the leader of the court, I love that about him.
Jalen, what about your boy over here?
Oh, man, Carrington. His work ethic stood out the most to me. Since my 7th grade year when we first started playing together, he was at Phillips Academy. I was looking at him he's going to be a good player. Then he started playing AAU. He came to my AAU team. Started getting some work without a coach. His game just went to a whole other level. And ever since then, he just kept it up. He just came to the player he is now. On the court, me and him, it's like Dick said, we always got the connection. We know when to take over the game, me and him. He know when I'm going to do something, when I'm going to shoot and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's just basically a bond connection that we got on the court that just bring us together.
And it's obvious. And Coach, but I think a lot of that goes to you and the trust that you have in him, because there were numerous times in that game just a minute ago to where you did that. You told him something and he went and did it, or he's saying something to you. Talk about the accountability that that your team has in the leadership, and just how important these guys are as leaders, and how you instill them to push their teammates.
Absolutely. This is an experience for 4 years of varsity with these guys. And sometimes you can overcoach, and that's sometimes you gotta let these guys just play. And we have a relationship where they can talk to me as well, and I trust their opinions at this stage. But they hold the others accountable. How we practice, winner and loser for everything, and it just translates to the court. So, you win with you guys like this.
Hey, I don't think there's any question.
They make my job easy.
Well, it's just they're a fun group. You can tell you're having fun playing basketball. So both of you are getting recruited, getting some looks, some D1s, some D2s, and I actually think y'all's levels will both go up. So I watch you, Carrington, out in the open floor. I watch you guard 3 positions. I watch you rebound. I watch you jump up and make shots. The transition stuff is really good. What's the weakness that you've got to work on so bigger schools will start coming to call?
Personally, I feel like creating, not only for myself, but for others off the dribble more. I know that once I start hitting my shots, once I start going, I'm going to start getting the defensive attention. So now I just got to be able to go ahead and make that drive, kick out pass, real fluence, where my shooters down, kick and shoot. Even some leak out passes, making better passes, having better control of the ball when I'm dribbling. So basically just all creating not for myself, but my teammates, because I know that my shots are going to come. But as long as I get everybody else involved, then that's when we really roll.
I couldn't agree more. And one thing too, with his length, at the next level, you're going to be an exceptional post hitter. Remember that I said that. Big key. So, Jalen, for you, if y'all haven't seen Jalen play, I promise I would never have wanted him guarding me on ball ever, anytime, in the SEC, anytime. Just a tenacious defender, tough. There was one play out here where it was a loose ball at a very crucial time in the game. You got to steal when y'all were up 4, or up, I think 2, put you up 4. But there was one play in particular. Jalen, the ball literally was at the free throw line on the ground. You remember what I'm talking about? And it's it's going out of bounds. Yeah. And you get from point A to point B to get it. The quickness is astonishing, the tenacity. What is your weakness that you've got to get better at? So bigger schools and coaches will come calling to you.
I'll say me personally, with my size, I like shooting the ball better from the 3. I feel like my mid-range got better over the time. So that's my go-to. So yeah, me shooting the 3. playing better defense. You know, sometimes I can lack up a little bit. It's just like staying down, staying locked in on defense. My decision making as a point guard, and like change the direction, change the speed at times also. But yeah, my main focus right now is getting my shot better.
Getting that shot better, and also the way you get your teammates involved. I mean, I love it. You know, you can tell that he can tell somebody hadn't gotten a touch at times. You can tell he knows Carrington's hot at times. All right, so everybody out there that's wondering if I'm going to ask it, yes, I'm going to ask it when we talk about it. So, Coach, state championship game. I did the game. I had as good of a viewpoint as anyone. You know, people can go back and analyze and look at this play, that play. Personally, I thought the first technical wasn't warranted. I thought the second one was. At the same time, you're supposed to understand that players, this, that, it's just basketball and things happen, and they did.
Yeah.
So now, after the season, when you felt you put yourself in a position to win that state championship
Right.
that you've been seeking, didn't happen. How did you come back day one? What did you say to these kids? And then after he answers that, I want to hear from you guys and like how it's been, because you can tell these guys are hungry.
Yeah, I'll take you back to the game a little bit. I won't comment on it, but I'll say that the moments that their teammates, particularly QB Reese and Cedric Powell had, who are also probably Division I football players, definitely got them more ramped up to play this year for us. It might have been a situation where they wouldn't even play this year if they didn't have that success in that game when he went out. Jalen fouled out in that game. And
Guys really stepped up.
Oh, you had 3 sophomores on the floor with 1 senior and another junior that kept us in. And then Lee was great. Lee was a great basketball team. But I've seen it. Obviously, we're having a great summer. I see it on the court. We're beating some big boys, and you know, they're hungry. The way they compete at practice is what you don't see. And we don't stack it. We balance it. We're iron sharpens iron. Like,
Proverbs
you know.
27:17.
And so our practices are elite with intensity, and they just take it to the floor. But I see a different hunger. Some summers I've seen, you know, AAU-ish relaxation, as I call it. But this summer it's been leadership from these two. It's their program. I tell them that all the time. And they're taking ownership in it. They're holding other guys accountable. I'll give you this example. In the past, if our school had a 7-on-7 football day, those kids weren't coming to the basketball event. They sprinted on the floor at the Finley Center after their 7-on-7 in Tuscaloosa all day long because they wanted to be with their team. They wanted to win and finish the weekend undefeated. And it's going to carry over. It's they're helping our depth. They're helping the young boys come along as well, and that's going to be key. Our depth is what separates us from some teams.
Well, I thought Carrington, I mean, you've handled this like a man. You know, just head on. You know, next year's coming here and there. The emotion of after that game. You know, when that moment hits, and you're like, it's out of my control. There's nothing I can do. You know, getting back to work. How's it been? You know, are you? And you are more hungry, but just speak to it a little bit. Speak to the emotion.
Man, from day one, my mom told me, you need to take a break off. No, Mom. No, Mom.
Gotta get in that gym.
The day after, I wouldn't got in the gym for like 4 hours straight, and I was just putting up shots, I don't know, like, ever since it happened, it's just like a different type of hunger click, not only for me, but for everybody else. Like Coach was saying, the guys that stepped up, like, they're even wanting more. Zed has never stayed after practice and put up shots. And Zed has stayed after practice this year multiple times putting up shots. Just because he wanted, he know that he was in that moment, he know that he can grasp it now. So I mean, like, I just feel like everybody's hungry. Everybody that was on that stage, we want to get back to it, and we want to finally come home with the victory.
Jeremy, you want to add anything to that?
Basically, like, from this summer, we bring a majority of the team back.
Yep.
So we know how it feels. We know what it takes to get back to the state championship. So I feel like this summer, we just like all bringing that intensity. Like, some people say like it's summertime, it's just like, you know, it's really nothing to them. But like with us, we want to win. We don't want to lose in the summer, and that's like it starts here. So as we build up, we're gonna be right back where we was at. We're gonna bring it home.
And Bart, as you can see, just listening to them talk, that's the blessing I get.
Amen. I mean, it is. I mean,
coaching these guys.
and guys, you don't understand, like, at your age, I've got tattoos on my arm that talk about, you know, you're going to have adversity come at you, but it's only about how you handle it. I mean, we've talked, I mean, we've had adversity in our lives, you know, as you go, it's going to continue to happen. But, Coach, you're from up here, you know, at this area, Scottsboro, and, like, basketball, there's a different love here in the state of Alabama. I'm from West Alabama. I know the guys from Birmingham, but, like, there is a different love. If you would talk about a little bit about the explosion of basketball in Northeast Alabama, the love, and also Supreme Courts, and like what you're seeing that's happening at this place.
First of all, what Shane and you guys are doing here is phenomenal. To have, I wish you had this when I was growing up in Scottsboro. You know, growing up in and first of all, I'm extremely proud of Scottsboro and how Coach Bell's doing right now at Scottsboro and where Kenny Hill took that program and left it. And I truly feel that might be our competition down the stretch. You know, knock on wood, hopefully we handle our business. But I preach it to these kids, and sometimes I don't know if they realize, Bart, how good basketball is up north. And, you know, I just remember, I tell them all the time, I played in the system in Scottsboro, we got up and down. There was many nights we scored 100 points, and it was like, you know, obviously we didn't play the same.
The guys guarding us might not have been as tenacious as Jalen here.
But the
gyms
gyms were packed out, and all the way up to Huntsville, Gunnersville, you know, the rivals that came along with all that. Man, it's in my blood, and I try to incorporate that with what I do at Ramsay. But let's be real, basketball is big in Birmingham City as well.
Yes.
You know, that's the mecca of Birmingham, you know, that where we're at, the heart of the city. So, you know, they love it as well, but, you know, it's just a blessing with what you guys are doing and how North Alabama is. And I'm glad I get to bring that flavor to Birmingham City, to be honest with you.
Right, and it's just a cool deal. And, like, guys, I've enjoyed watching you play. I'm going to continue to promote you guys, and, like, but just you've handled your business well. You know, and a lot of coaches, a lot of kids, and I want to say it on camera, wouldn't have been able to do what you guys have done. You've done it with class, and I look forward to watching y'all chase this next state championship. Thank y'all for coming and joining us at Supreme Courts. Coach, get them out there and get them ready to play again. You got a little time now. You ain't got to do the pregame on the bus.
And then what we didn't talk about, the coaches that are out there from North Alabama, they're phenomenal, so you better be ready to play.
I know. Every night you got to be ready to play every day at Supreme Courts. But thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you.
We'll see y'all soon.
Thank you for having us.